Batting third, Cade Wasovich. Batting fourth, Luke Wilkins. Batting fifth, Leo Finelli. Batting sixth, Parker Myers. Batting seventh, Mikey Burke. Batting eighth, Browder Ryan. And batting ninth, Murphy Lingenfelter.
All right, folks, we are here for game one of the 12U Championship Series at AIYBL. It's a matchup between Sheetz, the home team, who's the number 1 seed, and Sylvan Veterinary, the number 2 seed, as visitors. Sylvan's leading us off, and we missed their lineup there at the beginning, so we're going to go through it here real quick for you. We have Ezra Clayton leading off at catcher. Henry Coble is at second base. Dom Chiappa is pitching. Finn Gunnett at shortstop. Jensen Mish at first base. Avery George in right field. Owen Burlingame at third base. Colton Kaiser in left field. And rounding it off is Abe Coble in center. We can go over the Sheetz lineup, I think, real quick as well. We have Luca Finelli leading off at shortstop. Maddox Lingenfelter at second base. Cade Wasovich on the mound. Luke Wilkins at first base, Leo Finelli at catcher, Parker Myers playing third, Mikey Burke in center field, Bradley Ryan in left field, and Murphy Lingenfelter, another young guy out there in right field. And I'm joined today by El Presidente, Mark McKillop. He's with me today for this game. And Mark, what do you think? Let's hear it.
Really excited to be here tonight. Appreciate it. Our playoff series ending our 75th year at Centennial Field between our number 1, number 2 teams. Looking forward to a lot of speed, a lot of athleticism, and a lot of base hits. Both these teams have been working hard all season long. And under a little bit of clouds, lights are already on, slight drizzle in the air, and unfortunately for the hitters, we got no movement out of the ballpark on the wind. So looking forward to getting tonight started off with you, Coach Jake.
This is going to be a great game. We have Sheetz, who is loaded up with a lot of 12-year-olds, and we have Sylvan, who's got a ton of 11-year-olds. So it's kind of a battle between the older guys with some younger guys mixed in here, and it's going to be quite an interesting game. Cade is on the mound, and he has been probably the best pitcher in the league this year. He's just lights out. Foul ball there to start by Ezra. Ezra's been a good leadoff hitter this year. He likes to hit that ball to the left side and dig it out. Also caught pretty much most of the games here for Sylvan. He's done a great job. So not too often you see a catcher leading it off, but he's doing the trick. And Sheetz is going to get ready for that ground ball to the left side there. See if they can make a play.
Called strike 2.
Cade Wasovich has got a pretty good fastball, and he mixes in a really nice curveball, and he's always in the zone. He doesn't walk a lot of people, and he can throw both pitches pretty much in any count, which is tough as a 12-year-old trying to hit that.
Foul ball for Ez Clayton, staying alive. 0-2 count.
One thing we'll be watching here in this game is how high Sylvan can get Cade's pitch count. See if they can keep him in this whole game. Try to avoid seeing him in game 3 if possible, I guess. Strikeout by Cade. Ezra put up a nice battle.
Now
Brings up
batting,
Henry.
Coble.
Weather permitting, game 1 tonight, game 2 tomorrow night, and game 3 if needed back here on July 3rd, Thursday night.
On most teams, Henry Coble's a leadoff guy. He's got a ton of speed, puts the ball in play. He can bunt pretty much at will. They really need these guys on for their RBI guys coming up.
You got head coach Alan Coble down at first base, assistant coach CD Gunnett over at third for Sylvan Vet.
Cade mixes it up, and Henry stays back on it, puts it in play.
Tough ground ball, good wheels, runner on first, 1 out.
That's exactly what he needs to do there. Just try to put that off-speed pitch into play.
Now batting,
fastballs.
Schiappa.
Sylvan will be looking to run. Leo Finelli's been handling the duties for most of the year for Sheetz. Strong cannon, catching a great season back there for him.
Ball in the dirt. Henry advances to second base. Now they have somebody in scoring position. Just looking to drive him in. A single pretty much scores Henry here. She's going to try to keep it in the infield. And again, Cade's working 0-2, exactly where he wants to be. He's going to try to be a smart pitcher here, not catch too much of the plate, see if he can nibble one of his pitches. A little low there with the fastball.
1-2 count. Henry Coble steals third. Got a guy on third, 1 out. 1-2 count to Dom Schiappa.
It's a big pass ball for Sylvan, getting the guy in third, less than 2 outs. Dom just needs to put the ball in play here to get an RBI. Probably will need a deep fly ball because we have Mikey Burke and Murphy Lingenfelder out there in right.
Bradley
And
Ryan in left.
Mikey Burke especially, I know he has a cannon. He can throw the ball.
Strike 3 swinging, 2 outs. Bringing up the number 4 hitter, Finn Gunnett.
Now batting, Finn Gunnett.
Finn's a team leader. He's always positive, always wanting the bat in a crucial situation, so he's looking to capitalize here. If you tuned into our 8U championship game, you would have heard Cade talking a little bit about how he's changed his approach here towards the end of the season, working more off-speed pitches early in the count. He just threw like a slider maybe, a little bit of a wrinkle there, first pitch. Finn wasn't expecting it. Next pitch fastball, threw it by him. Changing that speed makes that fastball look really, really hard. And he goes back to the slider.
Got a 1-2 count, 2 outs. Finn's got to protect, keep the ball in play.
Another slider.
Got him again. Speed.
After 1, Cade is up to 16 pitches. Very good inning for Sheetz. They're looking to capitalize here. Dom's got to go to the mound, forget that strikeout. His team's counting on him here to keep it close and just keep battling. When you're on the mound, you can't be worrying about what you're doing at the plate. Super important to just be focused Doesn't really matter if you go 0 for 4 if you have a great game on the mound. If the other team doesn't score, you're always going to win, right?
That's right.
Right?
That's where the pitchers don't hit as often.
So we had a lot of rain earlier.
We did. The field took a beat, and if you're anywhere else in Blair County, I think the sunshine was upon you. We had a cloud cover right over here in the Baker Mansion area. Field took a little beating. Hats off to field manager and head coach C&J Cabinets Brandon Greenleaf and crew. Some of the Fury True Value families were out helping out. Got this field back ready to go. Coach Alan Coble was over shot back and earlier. Getting this game in tonight to make sure that we give these guys a nice opportunity to play as we run into the holiday weekend.
We should get a sponsorship by Shopback because we have probably 5 of them, right?
We do. It was a challenging year this year with rain. I think we've gone through 2 sump pumps, a lot of diamond dry. We advanced into some quick dry. This year we've been trying all kinds of wrinkles, digging some trenches, digging some holes. More rain than I think any of us can remember here at Centennial Field.
Should also throw a quick shout out to Gary Listoki for getting the field ready every day. Does a great job, and he is probably the best folder of a tarp you'll ever meet.
I feel like he has experience with a pole and a solar cover because it is efficient.
Kicking off the bottom of the first here, Luca Finelli, just a natural athlete as a leadoff hitter, sets the table quite often. He's looking to do the same as he's done all year, just get himself on base. He's not going to hit probably a ton of home runs, but he puts pretty much ball in play every single time he's up. A lot of line drives, gap to gap. Great hitter.
Recently at our senior kickball game, he displayed some wheels with a diving catch in left center field. I think the robbed Coach Wass of what could have been a long single.
For sure. Seen him play in the AFL as well. Tough cornerback, wide receiver. A lot of athleticism.
It's the one nice thing looking at this field, Coach Jake. There's a lot of guys that play multiple sports, a lot of athletes here, a lot of kids working at their crafts across all season long.
Lead-off walk there to Finelli.
Now batting, Max Lingenfelter.
This brings up Maddox Lingenfelter, 11-year-old, 6'8". Speaking of multi-sport athletes, can do a lot of things out there. May get to see him pitch at some point in this series. His little brother out in right field. His dad, fantastic basketball player as well.
Sheetz will be doing the same thing that Sylvan was, looking to use their speed, getting off the bases, grabbing extra bases early and often.
Maddox is a tough kid to defend because he could hit a ball over the right field fence, but he could also spray one out there to left center. And if the ball gets down in the outfield, it's almost a guaranteed double every time. If it gets past your outfielder, there's no way you're stopping him from getting to third. It's just a matter of trying to keep him from scoring. He can move about 2 steps between bases.
Fine pitch walk brings up the number 3 batter, the pitcher, Cade Wasovich.
Now batting, Cade Wasovich.
Cade's a great hitter. He always wants to put the ball in play. He's looking to drive the ball mostly to right field. and he's not the type of guy that's going to go chase, though. He's going to take his walks, so Shop is going to have to probably feed him a pitch here at some point in this at bat. We'll see what he can do with it. Kate's dad, Jason, also coaching third base over there. Also a super pull lefty hitter. He wanted to mention that he could hit a few home runs in softball back in the day.
Got a 2-2 count on Cade. No outs.
Cade's a little ahead of that one.
Long foul ball down the right field line. Still 2-2 count.
He's looking to get his hands inside a little bit more. He's pulled a lot of long balls foul this year. If he can do that, he's going to be dangerous, real dangerous here for Sylvan.
Both teams early and often, you can tell that's why they're both playing this game. Every pitch, you got everybody on the field's moving. No one's standing still, working to where they need to be.
Cade turns on that 3-2 pitch there again. Wastes it. Another long fly ball.
Deep shot down the right field line.
May have hit Coach Mark's car out there.
Hard foul ball again down the right field line.
Cade may be playing the wrong sport. The sport may be cricket. Hit it at 360 degrees all around. Doesn't play well in cricket. Ball 4 walk. And Schiappa loads the bases here with no outs.
Now batting, Luke Wilkins.
Now bringing up Luke the Nuke Wilkins. Luke's got long ball power potential.
Looks like Sylvan will play back here early, looking for a double play ball. Luke Wilkins has hit some absolute rockets this year, and if he connects, that ball flies. He's got a nice short compact swing. Dom's looking to get him to roll over on a ground ball, see if they can get a double play or at least get one of these runners out. Definitely wants to keep it out of the outfield here. Wilkins just a little bit behind on that pitch, so Dom's kind of got him where he wants him. He's behind, he's going to try to speed up his bat a little bit, maybe throw an off-speed pitch to get him out. Again, behind there, but he's getting closer, he's making that adjustment, as good hitters do.
2-2 count, looking to drive a baseball. The batter's eye is taking a lot of beatings, especially that A and L.
Luke's bat has me wanting a bomb pop, which are available in our concession stand, so if you're listening at home, don't forget, bring some extra money when you come into the field. Get yourself a bomb pop. Luke with a hard ground ball back to the pitcher, to home,
Double
and to
play,
first.
look at play.
We may have a triple play here. All right. What a play. That's huge.
What a play, Sylvan vet. Ground ball to Dom Schiappa, back to Ezra Clayton, down to Jensen Mish at first for a double play. Now got runners on second and third with 2 outs.
Now batting, Leo Finale.
It's a way to get that outside pitch in there, get him to roll over on a chopper back to the mound. Dom stays focused just enough to remember to get it back to the catcher. Ezra took part in some catching clinics over the winter with us. Does a good job getting that right foot on the plate, which is not easy as a catcher. Catching it, popping out, making the throw to first base, keeping it away from the runner. That is textbook. That's great. That's exactly what they needed. Coach Allen says, hey, reset, let's get going. Let's get this out, get back in here because we have some momentum going if we can get this out. Leo Finelli, catcher, steps in. Little off balance there on that first swing. A hit will definitely score 2 here, no doubt about it.
Hard line drive, left center field. Abe Coble cuts it off. Good hustle play by Leo Finelli. 2-run RBI double.
That was a great play by Coble. Gave him a chance at the runner at second base. Just couldn't get it there quick enough. Awesome hit by Leo. That's exactly what he needed to do. Square the ball up as a 12-year-old.
Now batting Parker Myers.
Bringing Parker Myers up to the plate. Got 2 outs, runner in scoring position.
Parker Myers has made some great improvements this year. He has played a really good catcher. He's playing third here tonight, but throughout the season he played a lot of catcher, did a great job at catcher, handling the staff, because it's not easy to catch this team, you know, with Cade, Maddox both throwing very, very hard, throwing off-speed pitches. He did a great job there, and he's played a really good third base as well. Made a couple good plays in the last few weeks that I've seen. Been very impressed with his defense, and he's been hitting the ball very, very well. So definitely looking here to add on for sure, and they're in a good spot with him at the plate.
We got Leo stealing the base on that last pass ball.
Strike 3 ends the inning. So Sylvan escapes. Ideally, they were trying to get out of that with no runs, but given the way the inning started, 2 runs is not too bad. And we head to the top of the second inning, and we're joined by the man,
El Capitan, Noah Wyant.
Noah Wyant, the best voice in AIYBL. And Noah would love to throw out a rendition of one of our favorites from the Fury True Value team. Noah, would you like to introduce the song?
I Want It That Way by the Backstreet Boys.
Okay. All right. Noah, this is well before your time, but somehow you can pull it off with the best of them. So let's hear it. Let's count in. And a 1, and a 2, and a 3.
You are my fire, the one desire, believe when I say I want it that way, but we are 2 worlds apart. Can't reach to your heart when you say I want it that way. Tell me why ain't nothing but a heartache. Tell me why ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why I never wanna hear you say I want it that way.
Awesome job, Noah.
Well done, Noah.
That's a way to get it started, my man. Do you have anything to say here to the crowd on YouTube? We haven't gotten our subscriber numbers yet. We're not sure how many there are, but it's going to keep going up throughout the night. 10. We're in double digits. We're in double digits, and they're going to listen tomorrow. So do you have anything to say to the fans out there?
No, just thanks for watching. Yeah, that's it.
Thanks for watching. And Noah, a lot of times if you're at the ballpark, you'll either see him playing or see him up here in the press box announcing. He and his brother Jake do a fantastic job, and if you hear somebody with a ton of emotion up here, you know it's Noah or Jake announcing the lineup, and we love that.
Absolutely. Tell you what, fixture on the Fury team, El Capitan himself. If you have not had a rain delay or a 6-inning baseball game with Noah by your side, you haven't lived yet Little League Baseball. So my hat's off to El Capitan.
All right, Noah, thank you. Enjoy the game.
All right, and the strikeout, that was Jensen Mish, first baseman, 10-year-old for Sylvan Vet. Bringing up
Avery George.
another 10-year-old playing right field tonight, Avery George.
Jensen Mish didn't get a lot of sleep last night. His team won the 10U championship last evening, MacDad team, and Jensen, even way more importantly than that, won the 10-year-old sportsmanship award that's awarded by the umpires every year at each age level. Can't say enough about Jensen. Just a great leader, a great kid, loves baseball, never says anything negative, always positive, always doing the right thing, whether it's baseball related or not. So very happy for him.
Yeah, congratulations out to Jensen. If you're a baseball coach, it's definitely the guy you want on your side and your team. Had the pleasure of coaching Jensen for a few years, a couple years back, and like I said, it's been a joy. Enjoy just following him around the baseball field. Looking forward to seeing how his career grows as he keeps getting older and better.
And Avery George steps in. Avery, another young kid. I say young, he's 10. Sylvan has a couple young guns out there. Avery's another one of them. Played on a couple all-star teams here at AIYBL. Great ball player and an absolute cannon. He can just uncork it if he wants to. So they're set for a few years for sure. And that's another strikeout. Again, these guys it's going to be tough to hit Cade.
Owen Burlingame.
Especially the first time through, trying to make that adjustment. We'll see what they can do the second time through, but first time through, he usually has people's number for sure. Now
Batting, third baseman Owen Burlingame. Owen was part of the Altoona First, played in the championship last night of our AAA division as well. Played a nice game at second base, came in and pitched a few innings as well.
Owen may be the fastest kid in most of these leagues moving forward. He can just move. If he puts the ball in play on the ground to third base or shortstop, it's going to be very tough to throw him out. Even with a 12-year-old there at shortstop, he's got to be prepared to make this throw quick. Cade gets him with a slider, which, as a 9-year-old, it's not much you're going to do with the Cade Wasovich slider here to start unless you get really, really lucky, at least in the first at-bat.
Absolutely. Not seeing that too often throughout the league. So we're also joined in the box. We got Cade's older brother Owen taking care of the announcing duties. He was not expecting when he signed up or was voluntold tonight to work today's game that he was going to get that rendition and that duet coming into the box. So anything could happen here tonight at Centennial Field.
Owen had some buffalo chicken fingers earlier. Owen, what did you think about that?
They were fantastic.
Is that your go-to?
Yes, it is. Very.
Is that just a standing order if you're working? It's got to be buffalo chicken fingers and fries. Do you have fries or just the fingies?
The announcer's hot dog too.
Well, the announcer's hot dog. It's a delicacy here.
Is there any thought to maybe slamming a buffalo chicken tender on the hot dog with the hot dog?
No, you
Going
can't
crazy?
combine them.
Can't combine? Okay.
No.
All right.
I mean, Owen's going with the traditional water. The Baja Blast has been the announcer's beverage of choice this year. Has been everyone's liquid go juice up here in the box. You can tell Owen's a little more refined, a little more cultured senior man up here.
Owen does not mess around. He did not mess up a single name. Of course, these are 12-year-olds, so he's had a lot of practice with these. Does a rookie league game, probably mess up half the names. But he just rolled out of bed straight here and just is nailing it right now.
Skies are looking a little clear, getting a little extra light here. Hopefully some of the rain was kind of moving along. Still got some drizzles. Hopefully we're getting ready to pass a little bit.
Leading off for Sheetz, Mikey Burke.
Center fielder Mikey Burke stepping into the box as we head to the bottom of the second inning.
I coached Mikey Burke 1 year when he played in the 8U League for Stuckey Automotive. Mikey probably threw harder than anyone I've ever seen at that level, and Mikey also always wanted me to throw the ball as hard as humanly possible at him when he was hitting, so he will have no trouble handling the speed here from Sylvan.
Nice play by Jensen Mish at first base on a hard hit ball by Mikey Burke.
That's a great hit, great play. Jensen stabs it over there with that first
batting,
base glove he
Ryan.
switched to. Shop is trying to be efficient here. We've got an SUV out in left field with their lights on. We were just talking about that earlier. Very difficult to manage the lights in these new cars. Suggestion, if you're pulling into the outfield here at Centennial, try to back in. Way less likely to get a headlight on the field if that's the case. Open up the tailgate, have a little picnic, get comfortable.
Grab some of those highly recommended buffalo chicken tenders.
And whatever you do, don't leave your trash out there, please.
Our sideline reporters, Henry McKillop and Harrison Hargraves, have just went down and figured out the capacity crowd today.
What do we have, Henry? Can you let us know?
There is 122 people here right now at the field.
So we got a near capacity crowd, not a spot to be found along the outfield fence. Both bleachers are packed, and millions watching at home this side of the Mississippi.
If it keeps raining, we're gonna keep picking up subscribers, which is great. Keep that coming. We get a nice check every month from these streams.
If you're looking to sponsor the league or our YouTube channel, shameless plug, aiybl.league@gmail.com. Base on balls brings up Murphy Lingenfelder, the right fielder, younger brother of Maddox.
That's a ball in the dirt. That's a tough play for a catcher. Ezra backhands it, picks it, knocks it down, keeps it pretty much in front of him, and the runner stays at first base.
Hard ground ball, nice range, Henry Coble. Nice effort, Jensen Mish. The retreat back to first base. Henry grabbing that ball in shallow right, holding Bradley at second base. Nice effort play across the board. Nice wheels by Murphy Lingenfelder. Hats off right there on both teams.
Now batting, Luca Finale.
That's just a no man's land play there. Jensen's got to go for it. Henry's got to go for it. And you settle for the fact that the runner had to stay at second. You keep a force at all bases. That's good. Bonus if you get out there, but keeping those runners at the bases is where you want. You don't want anyone getting to third here. Less than 2 outs.
And we got Luca Finale now batting, top of the order, back up again. It's bottom of the second, facing Dom Schiappa. Oh, pick off at second base, got him. Now we got 2 outs, runner on first, top of the order up.
Great heads up play there by Sylvan. These kids have played together for a while. They played at 10U together for many years. They know each other. They play tenny ball together, hang out. They know what to expect from each other. They're not afraid to throw it to each other. So that pays off here in a play like that.
Another nice dig behind the plate from Ezra Clayton, working hard back there tonight.
Luca Finelli unloaded on that swing. He just missed that ball too. A little bit out of the zone, but it looked like that's where he wanted it. You can tell by his face, he's thinking, I just missed that.
Walk brings up number 2 hitter, Maddox Lingenfelder.
Maddox Lingenfelder.
2 outs, runners on first and second.
Now with runner on second, a hit will likely score him.
Ground ball to Jensen Mish. Tires the side.
Good job eating that ball up. Jensen beats Maddox Lingenfelder there, who's got a lot of speed. Again, beats him to the bag, and we are on to the top of the third. 2-0. Sheetz.
And we are back from that pause for station identification.
Sylvan, Colton, Kaiser.
Coming up at the top of the third, we got left fielder Colton Kaiser up the bat for Sylvan Vet.
These next two at bats are pretty huge. Sylvan's looking to turn the order here. Somebody on base, ideally. Colton has had some clutch hits this year as well, so good man for the spot. We got Abe Coble on deck, last batter, and certainly a force to be reckoned with there in the last spot. He puts the ball in play, can move runners around for the top of the order, so see if they can get something going.
Foul ball, big cut, strike two. Colton and his little brother Lincoln are another fixtures that attended many of the winter clinics, developmental programs that we have done throughout the season and the off season here for the players at AIYBL.
Strikeout brings up Abe Coble.
Now batting, Abe Coble.
Colton's wearing number 93. We would have done our homework, we would get the backstory on that. It's an interesting number for baseball, for sure.
Stepping in the batter's box, center fielder Abe Coble threw a complete game last night in the 10U championship.
Both Abe and Colton look like their helmets have a lot of stickers on them. They must be handing out stickers for doing good stuff here, the Sylvan team, so that's pretty cool to see. I feel like I'm watching a Michigan game or Ohio State game or something.
Got a 2-1 count to Abe. Nice mix there on the pitch, a little high heat, good hold by Abe.
Abe's the youngest player in the league, and he's always ready to play, for sure. Takes a monster hack there in the 3-2 pitch for strike three. Still a great swing by him. He's going to get some more chances here today.
Now batting, Ezra Clayton.
Clayton steps in, and he's number 99. Wonder if they have anyone with 3 digits on the back, huh? Oh, 2 again, tough spot here. See what K can work up. Oh, goes fastball. Caught a lot of the plate there. It's not what he wanted to do. As a tough righty on a lefty batter here. Probably looking to hit a, yeah, that'll work too. Oh, foul ball. Probably looking to throw that slider so it basically bounces right on this lefty's back foot, right in front of his back foot. See if you can get it inside there. But he goes with a backdoor slider and then a fastball in the corner, which is also a very difficult combination.
So at the end of 2.5, we're now heading to the bottom of the 3rd. We got Sheetz up 2-0 over Sylvan Vet.
This game's moving pretty quickly. Our umpiring crew's probably loving that.
Head umpire Tom Dean down there. Speaking earlier, Jensen Mish winning the Sportsman Award for our AAA division. Magic Mini Michael Sprouse was the winner of the Umpire Sportsmanship Award for our 8U division, representing Stone Cellar.
And we'll get the 12U award, I'm assuming, after the conclusion of this series, right?
Yep, we got a couple of league awards. We'll have the Umpire Award, and then we also have our own league's Sportsmanship Award. So voted on by all the coaches and the board. So a pretty special award here at AIYBL, and tough list of kids. Was not an easy decision at all for anyone on the voting committee.
We could probably give out a dozen of those every year, maybe even more.
Yeah, easily turn that into a Parlor Donuts baker's dozen. Yeah. Parlor Donuts, a nice little sponsorship here for the kids. Any home run this season has resulted in a free dozen donuts, their choice. And we're yet to have anyone hit the hole. We got a year supply of donuts on the line for a home run through the banner below the scoreboard. And honestly, Coach Jake, this year was a really special year. We couldn't have done it without a lot of the businesses stepping up. We increased by 21 signs across the field. The sponsorship's gone a long way. We were able to do some different things. Had a nice lighting project here. We replaced all the lights to LED at the stadium. Our major divisions were able to sport some sweet new uniforms, with teams having a home and away jersey. So looking out in the field, highlighted by the Zane Housel excavating highlighter green safety on the Sheetz red and black. And then tomorrow night you'll see the Sylvan Vets American Flag Edition.
I stopped by one of the sponsors this afternoon, MacDad Supply. They sponsor 2 teams. Hooked them up with the trophy from the 10U League. They're very appreciative. It's a nice place. Need some HVAC supplies for whatever reason. Maybe some filters for your furnace or something. Stop in there, but it's pretty cool that they sponsor 2 teams. Done that for a while.
Yep.
Very appreciative.
They've been loyal supporters of the league for years. Couldn't do it without them and everyone else who makes this league run. Foul ball just out of play down the right field line for the pitcher, Cade Wasovich.
Chiappa can keep mixing it up, especially with something off speed. Keep Cade out in front. Probably won't hurt you too bad, but if you miss on that fastball like that right there.
It's a deep ball to the right field corner. Cade's turning the wheels on. And
is that a ground rule double?
Maybe a ground rule double. Underneath the gate in right field.
Get a sprinkler head. That's the first ground rule double I've seen here in a long time. I think when I played here, there was a short fence, so I've seen them then.
Yeah.
But
that's the first one we've had. Special shout out to former field manager Dave Hurrell, watching from Florida. If he was on tap, we might not have had that little hole down there in the gravel. We might chalk that up to blaming that to the torrential downpours we had 3 weeks ago. Wiped us out of games for about 3 days here at the field.
There was a river going through that gate, so maybe that did the trick. Maybe it bent it a little bit.
We did miss an opportunity for a lake sliding clinic that night.
That's a tough break for Sheetz though, because that was a short triple. Maybe with a bad relay, potentially a home run.
Brings up big stick here of Luke Wilkins. No outs. Cade on second base. All right, we got a 3-1 count to Luke. As we start looking at pitch counts, we got Dom at 58. Interesting decision for Coach Alan Coble. With our schedule of events, we got to watch the players' pitch counts and arms. Start making some decisions here and there, and it looks like Coach Coble is going to call time, come out to the mound, and he's going to go ahead and let Dom rest up and bring in Henry Coble to take over the pitching duties.
While we're waiting for Henry here, Luke Wilkins just hit. Just kind of a shout out to Luke Wilkins, his dad, his little brother. They travel from Saxton, I would say probably every day here at our field. Spend a lot of time here, do a lot of work to help us out, a lot of coaching responsibilities and things like that. So you know that's a long trip, but it's pretty cool that they do that. Kind of shows that you know you can kind of live anywhere and still be a part of our league and have fun. You know, we're open to anyone, whether you're from Altoona, Hollidaysburg, close area around, or from far away. And you know, you can come here, make a day of it, spend the day, see a bunch of games, and head back. And it doesn't seem too bad if you're having fun here at the field. So
I think that's one of the little gems that we have here at Centennial Field, tucked away in the Baker area. We talked to a lot of the players, the kids. You know, it's the family atmosphere, it's the friends, it's extended groups. It's the baseball siblings. It's a lot of fun that we just kind of have going on. It's a lot of focus on player development, athleticism, teaching these young men and women at all ages to compete. But in the same vein, we got a lot of kids that are having fun playing around, looking out. Got 20 or 30 kids running around right now from various teams together, enjoying a night at the ballpark. There's a lot of special things going on. It takes a lot of parents, a lot of coaches, a lot of support to make that happen. So again, we've said it all year, but we couldn't do AIYBL without the families and the parents and the coaches. And wouldn't be as special as it was without the 190 kids across the major division and AA division, and then another 100 kids we have in our rookie program. So the 300 families we got here at Centennial is really what's kind of making the future bright as we continue to renovate the field, keep it ready for play. As we got new pitcher Henry Coble ready to face the catcher for Sheetz, Leo Finelli.
Scouting report on Henry Coble is he just pounds the strike zone. Effortless throws, great mechanics, doesn't walk a lot of guys, and he will make you put it in play for sure.
Lock the doors, everyone.
Where he's going to grow here is not only throwing a lot of strikes, but knowing when to mix in those pitches a little bit out of the zone when he's up in the count, mixing speeds, keeping people off balance. He's not going to throw at 90 past anyone, but being able to basically put it where you want it is a very good skill for a pitcher, obviously.
Low pitch there, got a ground ball to third baseman for the force at third. Got one out.
That ball was zipped in there too, so you can let it fly for sure.
Henry, another multi-sport athlete. He's probably one of the shortest tacklers we have at Haifa. Strong middle linebacker, great field presence, quick first step. As you said earlier, Coach Jake, Parker Myers really bringing the lumber this year with a line drive up the middle for a single.
Squared that one up. Ball field out in center field by Henry's little brother Abe. Gets it in. Yeah, nothing hurt. You got bases loaded here with one out. Again, Henry trying to get on top and then see if he can nibble a little bit around the outside.
Mikey Burke, hard line drive. The first baseman, Jensen Mitch, last at bat, looking to do the same. Ball 2. A 2-0 count to Mikey Burke. Coach Walsh reminded him not to chase anything outside the zone. Tough ground ball, short infield back to the pitcher. Nice play by Henry Coble for a quick little toss to Ezra Clayton. 2 outs, base is still loaded. Bradley Ryan stepping up to the plate.
No batting. Bradley Ryan.
This is an opportunity where Sylvan's looking to try to escape this with minimal damage. Got a guy coming home.
That's a huge play there by Sheetz. Just heads up, ready to score. Trying to get a runner in there with 2 outs by any means possible. And they take advantage of that right there. I don't think Sylvan's going to let that happen again. They're going to make him earn it now, I think. A little bit of a wake up.
1-1 count. Parker Myers got some speed at third base, looking again. Nice hustle back there by Ezra Clayton.
That was a really good spot there. Down, right at the knees on the outside corner. That's where he wants it. See if he can hit that spot again. On the outside corner there for strike 3 again. Way to get out of that by Sylvan, but also way to manufacture that run by Sheetz. That's what good teams do. That's why they're the 1 seed. They always add on. They're always ready.
Fist punch from Coach Wass to Cade. Cade stepping out to take care of business here on the mound, top of the 4th. Pitch count at 42, so it'll be interesting to see what happens here the rest of the game with Cade. All right, Henry Coble at the plate, top of the 4th, 3-0 ball game. Sheetz is in the lead.
So Coach Mark, as far as the pitch count goes, Sheetz can somehow build a little bit more of a lead. At what pitch do they have to take Cade out so he's available for game 3?
So 60 would be the limit. So anything over 60 would lock Cade out to be available for game 3, weather dependent, Thursday night, live here at 7:30.
Talking to some players out field before the game. A bunch of them were talking about who they thought was going to win. A lot of them said it's going to be important to see if Cade has to finish this whole game or if he'll be available for game 3. It is a 3-game series, and he is obviously a force out there in the mounds, but if you only have him for one game, that doesn't win a championship, right? But that being said, they also have a lot of arms, so
That they do. Ultimate sign of respect, I think all players in this league. Healthy respect for what Cade's been doing on and off the field this season. Strikeout will bring up Dom Chiappa.
that was that slider
Not
we were
bad.
talking
Dom
about.
Chiappa.
I'm not sure if he calls it a curveball or a slider, but it's like a medium speed slider, I'd say. And as a 12-year-old, I would not want to hit that. If you're listening at home and you're a 12-year-old or a 11-year-old or a 10-year-old, you're trying to hit Cade, your best bet is to seek out a fastball and don't miss the fastball. If he throws you something else, just pretend like you never saw it. Try to get that fastball, because hitting that slider is tough even for an older kid, even if you're waiting on it. So there's no sense in trying to hit it. You gotta trust yourself. You're athletic enough to put the ball in play if he doesn't throw the fastball, but you gotta hit the fastball for sure.
Another off-speed pitch, strikes out Dom Chiappa. Owen just slid me a note, said the Cade at home runs around, calls that one the Big Nasty.
No, buddy. Didn't gun it.
Cade does not mess around out on the mounds. I've seen him striking out 8-year-olds in this league that had to be called up with sliders. No mercy.
Right back to it again.
And he's right where he wants to be with it too. That's tough.
He's got this power part of the Sylvan lineup off balance a little bit here. Hard ground ball to short. A lot of hustle. Nice play across the board. 3 up, 3 down, retires the side. Going into the bottom of 4. Sheetz 3, Sylvan vet 0.
And Sylvan's not out of this by any means. They've got a good pitcher on the mound at Sheetz. At some point, maybe they want to take him out to save him, and Sylvan can get back in it. But right now, it's close, and I don't see that happening. The other thing you have is these kids are 12, so at any given point, you could just lose it, and that's okay because they're 12, and nobody, even major league players, throw strikes all the time. You just have bad innings. Sometimes a bad day, sometimes just a bad inning. So a couple walks, get them back into this, a couple hits, maybe an error or two, something like that. It's a momentum game. Maybe they turn a double play, get in there, and smack the ball around. You never know what's going to happen. So 3-0 is definitely still very much in play here for Sylvan.
And these two teams played each other tough all year long. Sylvan was one of those teams that scored a lot of runs this season per game. So I know Coach Wasovich is definitely not super comfortable with a 3-0 lead going into what would be then the top of the 5th after this inning. So be interesting to see what he does, but you can't get to game 3 unless you win game 1.
At this point, Sylvan's probably thinking, got to stop him from scoring. If they get a guy in third, maybe less than 2 outs, they may have to bring the infield in, bring the outfield in a little bit, avoid that sac fly, avoid a ground ball, scoring a run. They're going to have to take a couple chances. But you know, the mentality's just got to be, hey, you can only win 1 inning at a time, so just try to win this next inning and see what happens.
Nice to see former Sylvan vet captain Mitchell Steberger out there warming up the kids in the outfield. coming back to watch the playoff run.
A lot of kids that hang out after they're done here. Keep cheering on the team. A lot of kids are in the 12U league. They come down and watch the 10U games, cheering on their team. Same with the 10s down to the 8Us. They don't seem to forget where they played. They keep cheering for those guys that they played, especially the younger guys and girls. I know when I played here, man, after the game, those other players were my mortal enemy, and that's how it worked. But here it's a little bit different. During the game, you know, they're battling, but these kids, they play with each other after the games. There are really no teams after the game. It's kind of a cool atmosphere.
It's been very impressive. You watch a lot of these teams, they compete, they're fiery, they're thick in the game, but then as soon as that's over and they step outside those dugouts, it's on to ice cream, hanging out, tenny ball, running around, whatever the case may be. It's really, really something special to watch what we have here, and that's been cultivated for years. I've been fortunate enough to be around since my nephews were little, and that's been the kind of the pulse of this field for a long time. What a play by third baseman Owen Burlingame. Wow. Big drop step and run to shallow left field, diving catch by the line. Big play by Owen.
That was a fantastic play by Owen. He covers a ton of ground. He made a very similar play last night, 10U championship game. If there's a fly ball over his head, he's going to go get it.
That's a big play right there. Get one out before they turn the top of the order. That ball drops. There's a runner on second. Murphy has some wheels. A little bit of momentum swift that Sylvan looks to capitalize here on top of the order.
Is Owen going to get another one here?
Oh, close, close. Look at that range. Shortstop Finn Gunnett hustling out. Owen hustling out. Left fielder Colton Kaiser running in. A lot of effort here tonight. A lot of effort. Little shift. Sylvan's protecting the line.
That right there is the type of pitch Henry needs to make. Throw a bunch of strikes, get on top, and then hit him with a pitch out of the zone and see if he can get somebody to chase.
Henry Coble at 19 pitches. Coach Coble looking to save Henry for tomorrow night's game 2 to put some full work in. Looks like shifting over to shortstop Finn Gunnett to come on in. Looks like take us home from here for Sylvan Bet.
This is not a bad idea. Save Henry. Probably we'll do the same with Finn, maybe, depending on how the game goes here. We'll have to see. The three pitchers here for Sylvan have played together for many years here at AIYBL. Kind of followed that same pattern where none of them would really go the whole way. They would kind of pick and choose and pitch here and there, and nobody's really a starter, nobody's really a reliever, and you just expected to get up there on the mound and throw. And you know, that's good, you know. Get used to coming in with guys on base, used to starting off the game, getting a good start.
It's tough as hitters too, because these guys are coming in fresh every game. They're throwing hard, full velocity, knowing they don't have to go the distance. They're not saving anything in the tank. I'm looking around. Sylvan still got some guys that can pitch. First baseman Jensen Mitch, strong pitcher, 10-year-old. 10-year-old Avery George with an absolute cannon. Avery last pitched in the semifinals of C&J Altoona first, a game that went down to the bottom of the 6th, 8-7. Avery's well rested, a couple days off coming out of that playoff run. So as we look to see what Coach Allen does with the chess match here, trying to keep Sheetz off balance.
So Finn will come in. He will move around the zone a lot more. Throws a lot of strikes though. Not as over the top, and kind of a little bit of a 3/4 kind of release. Change it up, and It's just a little bit different. But all of them throw strikes. Dom Schappe, who started the game off, he throws, it's almost like the ball is going across the plate when he throws sideways. It's kind of a weird release that he's got there. But they're all super effective. He probably has a little bit more movement on his pitches.
Hard fly ball. Ooh, diving attempt by Abe Coble. Big backup Avery George. Maddox Lingenfelder looking to go 3. Throw to third. Gonna hold him here at 3. Big effort out in center field by Abe Coble to go after that baseball with everything he's got. One of the things to watch, Finn Gunnett works extremely fast on the mound. There's a lot of gas. He moves quick, big motor, hockey player. He is not scared to sit in there and put in some work and keep moving quick at a pace.
Maddox Lingenfelder does what we kind of talked about before. If he gets the ball past your outfield, it's a guaranteed triple. Abe tries to make a great play on it, hold him to no hit, ideally. Just gets by. And once that happens, there's really nothing
Max
to do.
coming home.
And that's a tough one there for the catcher, for the pitcher, for Sylvan. Great base running by Maddox. So.
All right, chance for Finn to restart. 4-0 Sheetz. We got 2 outs, 1-1 count to Cade Wasovich. Hard hit ball, right center field. Home run off the light pole. That would be Cade's 2nd home run of the playoff series. And another dozen donuts coming his way from Parlor Donut.
Cade makes a great adjustment there on his 3rd at bat. He's out ahead of it. First 2 at bats, gets his hands inside. And if he puts barrel to ball with his hands inside the pitch, he is going to drive it pretty much every single time. That's a great job by him. Thought we might get something off the sign there, get a little bit closer, but it's a great hit.
How about him? Luke Wilkins.
Maybe he'll share a donut with us. Can't eat 12 by himself, right?
Nah, he recently told me he hit the triple-digit club recently at 100 pounds because he's working for his fall football season.
Nice. I hit 100 pounds, I think, when I was in 3rd grade.
And I might have been in kindergarten. I was a Husky boy. Well, Luke with a nuke. Hard hit, left center field. Colton Kaiser, Abe Coble. Great effort to get to it. Ball in quick, holding Luke to a single down the outfield gap.
The ball jumps off Luke's bat. That's probably the 3rd or 4th hit I've seen in the past 2 weeks that he's squared up like that. Hit one back to our pitcher the other day. Thankfully, he avoided just having his head taken off. It was hit hard.
Very hard. Very, very hard.
But he hit some other balls in some other games that I've seen, and that ball was in the grass before I think Henry had a chance to react. It was smoked.
Now bringing up Leo Finelli. Hard hit ball left field. Colt Kaiser with a stab.
Great play by Colton out there. That's what they need from him. Keep the ball in front. You get a fly ball. Make sure you make that play on it. It's good stuff by Colton.
All right, looks like Cade's going out. Back on the mound. We talked about it last inning. 53 pitches. See what Coach Watchowitz thinks he's gonna do here. Cade as they have a 5-0 lead. Play-by-play brought to you by not only our Director of Player Development, Coach Jake Hargraves, but also seems now to assume the role of our IT extraordinaire, working the wheels of steel here to be able to make this happen. It's a nice little test run for us during these playoffs, so can't say enough how much we appreciate the work that's being done by Coach Jake, amongst others here at the league.
Thanks, I appreciate that. I'm looking for an intern.
We found 2 unpaid interns that are going to handle the music details since Coach Wass will be retiring after 11 seasons here at AIYBL. Looking to go out with one last win. Had the pleasure of coaching both his boys the entire way through their playing careers here. And I think he'll be a fixture coming back, watching baseball games at night, sitting in the outfield.
So Coach Mark, Park Home Classic coming up. Everyone's trying to figure out what their walk-up music's going to be. Hit us with it. What would be your walk-up music for 12U baseball tournament?
Oh, tell you what, I'm gonna need a batter or two to think. We went down the playlist for Henry's, and I don't know. I might have to go something old school, maybe a little '90s hip hop or '80s rock.
Okay.
Show a little age, something there, a little fun. It's really the key is you only got about 10-15 seconds, so you got to find that right spot in the song. Not too slow, not too fast.
That's right.
You're not for Sylvan Jensen, Wish.
Done it a couple times in my life. College. Spent many hours trying to figure out what my walk-up music would be, but I'm going to throw one out to you that I think you'll appreciate. And to any other players that are out there listening, this is the way to go. 100% way to go, and I think you're going to agree with me. Pro wrestler entrance music. Hit them with the Ultimate Warrior.
Oh, that would be great. Listen, as somebody who still enjoys a little play fighting at night with the kids, there's nothing wrong with that. Maybe a little glass break, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
That was going to be my choice for sure.
Coming out of the dugout. Henry went with a little pro wrestler walk-up music this year. A little Seth Rollins, for those watching at home that are aware.
How about you're walking to the plate, somebody hits you from the concession stand with a Diet Pepsi, you crack it open,
Right
chug
over.
it, and then hit a bomb. What do you think?
Oh, I mean, every time. Every time. Get a little crazy, even throw a Mountain Dew in there. Stealing first. I tell you what, I think the entire league's looking forward to annually the Park Home. Gives a chance for a lot of these teams to play again. I know we got the Fighting Fury True Value team this year. It's had a lot of fun. No one's looking for our season to be over yet. A lot of close wins, grew as a team, a young expansion team. So I know as a coach, we're looking forward to getting at least one more game out there. Hard hit ball, Avery George, the right, trying to throw him out at first. Good effort play, but not going to catch those wheels at first base.
Murphy Lingenfelder is not messing around out there in right field this year.
No, the field awareness, catch that ball on a hop, come up straight, and right on the dot at 60 pitches with a 5-0 lead. Coach Wass is going to turn Cade over, send him back to shortstop, and bring in Maddox Lingenfelder. Now, just to refresh those at home, if Maddox throws over 20 pitches, he would not be eligible to pitch tomorrow night in Game 2. So we watching the chess match continue with the pitchers and the rotations as this game continues.
As a coach here, you need to know a lot of math. Let's hope Coach Wasovich doesn't watch this stream later after Maddox throws 22 pitches and is like, oh no.
Right now he's in the dugout. You're hoping that your assistant coaches are helping you out, hoping that somebody's also kind of keeping a watchful eye on that. Every version has their AJ Wyant, but best in the business right there. If you have not seen the Excel spreadsheet after a game from AJ, you have not enjoyed statistics of a Little League baseball game. It was a rare treat this year. It was a coffee and excitement I look forward to every post-game morning that I'm going to miss next year.
Anyone can pull up Game Changer and tell us how many pitches they've thrown, but it takes a real special person to sit there and add them up in his head in about a 15-second window so we know when we need to pull a pitcher. That's fantastic. I couldn't do it.
And just the trust in himself, working that book with a solid pen. No eraser, no number 2 pencil, solid black ballpoint pen.
So, scouting report here on Maddox Lingenfelder. Maddox Lingenfelder, by the time he releases the ball, he is going to be on you. He's got a nice, short, quick delivery. At some point, Maddox is going to continue growing, and he's going to be a problem for years to come, I think, on the mound.
I think Maddox has played a little bit of everywhere this year for Sheetz. Seen him behind the plate, seen him in the outfield, seen him all across the infield. First pitch strike, the Owen Burlingame. We got one out. Avery George at first base. Hard ground ball in the gap at short. Nice play by Luca Finelli diving in the grass. Cut that ball off from going to right field. Take the out at first.
That
Looking at overthrow, no one at third. Avery George with the wheels advancing to third. 2 outs. Guy on third base.
That's great. Great heads-up baseball by Avery, but you
What a
will not
play.
see a better play than that right there. Number one, to just make the play, but then to get Owen, who, again, speed demon out there, to get him out by a step at first base is just phenomenal. And remember, he was just playing shortstop, so he just switched over to second base, complete other side of the field. Yeah, he's an athlete for sure. Maddox throws a nice hard fastball. He's always down in the zone where he wants to be, down there at the knees, and he's got a little bit of a slider as well that he'll throw every once in a while. The thing that impresses me most, I think, about Maddox is you have no idea that he's even pitching. He's just expressionless out there on the mound. He's just doing his job. He walks a guy, you would have no idea. A guy hits a home run off him, you probably would have no idea. If he strikes out 6 in a row, again, no idea. I haven't seen any emotion up. He's never 2 up, never 2 down. Except he hit a home run the other day, and I did see a couple chest bumps. So I think that's well deserved. You hit a home run, yeah, you can get a little pumped up.
Especially a ball like that got out of there in a hurry and went over the right field pavilion. The ball was a shot.
Not bad. 8 field goal.
We got wheels at third. Avery George, he will run the bases. He runs fast. He's aggressive. Several stolen bases this year in our majors in our 10U division. Luca Finelli doing a great job in the back, handling the speed of Maddox Lingenfelder, keeping those balls in front of him and away from that backstop. Foul ball down the third base line from Abe Coble.
Abe's right on it. Maddox up 0-2 here. Again, another situation. He's got the last batter in the lineup, trying not to let them turn the order with runners on and potentially score a run. He's looking to not throw a strike here, but have something Abe thinks about. About a foot off the plate there in the outside corner. That's where he wants to be.
2 outs, runners on the corners. Abe's looking to drive one to a gap. Another foul ball, good at bat here, battling by Abe Coble.
I got a good view between Leo's legs down there whenever he's catching. I'm not seeing any signs, and I'm kind of wondering, these guys throwing so hard, how he knows what's coming. There's a slider right there, and a great pitch. And I don't know if they have some signal or something, but I don't know how he hangs with these pitches because that's not easy as a catcher.
He is not aware of what is coming from our angle, and he is back there as a wall. So, big at bat right there. I'm changing the side over, keeping it at 10 pitches. So as we head to the bottom of the 5th, Finn Gunnett back out in the mound.
So here in between innings, another topic of conversation. We were just talking about the Park Home Classic. We had it last year here.
Yep.
It was a fun time. A lot of late nights, but they're fun nights for sure. I had the opportunity to work the concession stand during the Park Home Classic. There were a lot of people getting food for sure. Thankfully, not in the concession stand, all out in the grills and things like that. But how about a quick shout out to all the folks that work the concession stand. First, I gotta admit, getting in there, wasn't quite sure, a little intimidated. I made my wife teach me everything, make sure she was working with me, so she knows what's up. There are a lot of folks here that know everything about it, that are willing to help and help you figure out what you need to do. But now that I got in there, frying some foods, getting on the register. You can see the game from in there without the bleachers right in front. I get to talk to some cool people, get to meet some little kids. I really enjoy it. And you know, if you're out there listening, you're kind of wondering or a little afraid to do it, or wondering like how you can learn so you're not so intimidated so you can get in there. There are a lot of people that are more than willing to help you figure it out. It's not that difficult.
Absolutely. So special thanks to the team moms for coordinating, those who volunteered, and honestly, that is one of the biggest revenue generators we have here. I don't think there's a lot of little leagues that are having bacon cheeseburgers and cheesesteaks on a random Saturday in the food tent, or what we're doing from our chicken fingers, fries, fried pickles the whole way through. So if you're out there and you're at AIYBL and you got a cheat code, you're here an hour early anyways for batting practice. Your kids are probably fine with their baseball siblings running around. We all keep an eye on everyone. Sign up for the game before, come on out, and then be able to kind of watch and relax and enjoy the night as you continue on. If we can keep that concession stand going every game, that helps keep that revenue going for us. And Parker Myers with another hard hit ball to center field for a single. Good hustle, good work, Abe Coble getting it in. Nice line drive, base hit, Parker Myers.
He's been squaring it up. That's 2 singles right up the middle.
Mikey Burke.
2 line drives. Kyle Wilkins down there is the bat boy. He's got a little custom jersey going. What a good kid.
I think Mikey's first at bat was a line drive to Gents. Second at bat was a line ground ball here in the middle of the infield towards third base. Finn's looking to get him to ground up the middle. Try to get a force here at second.
Mikey missed most of the season with, I believe, a broken thumb, was it?
It was a broken thumb, yep.
So that's a tough loss there for Sheetz out in the outfield. And he got back just in time for playoffs, and he did not miss a beat. I talked to him the other day after his first game, and I think he said he had 3 hits in the first game. I didn't go to the official score, but I'll take his word for it. While he was out, Sheetz, I think for most of their games, had Carter Cack playing for the team, so they swapped those 2 out, and they've both done a great job this year for them. So shout out to Carter for being available when we were down a guy.
All right, as we get 17 pitches, Coach Allen coming to the mound. Looks like he's going to make a pitching switch. He's going to head on over to the first baseman, Jensen Mish.
Mark, what do you think about these Sheetz jerseys with the red and lime green?
I'm not going to lie, the first time we saw them, they were a little bright. I think as the season has gone on, a few washes. They're growing on me a little bit. I don't know if we'll see Fury True Value in the glow in the darks, but I think it's working here for what Sheetz is doing. Looking to have a little fun. They got a solid red away jersey. They rock.
I'd like to know if they ran it past Sheetz. I don't know if Sheetz likes that. They like that old school red and yellow. I don't know if you're out there and you work for Sheetz, you know, leave us some feedback. Let us know. Are you cool with this? You know, if I were them, I don't know. Maybe Sheetz wants to hook them up with like the old school Sheetz MTO logo. Maybe a trucker hat that you can get when you go in there now.
I mean,
Pretty sweet.
I know Coach Wasfus was pushing for local Sheetz to have a specialty MTO to celebrate if they would win a championship here, named after these guys. So
Okay.
I think he wanted to have the Wasovich, the sandwich. So we'll see.
Oh, and you know what will be on that sandwich? What's your dad's go-to? Some bologna?
Probably steak.
Steak,
Steak,
some
alright.
pickles.
Yeah, he likes pickles.
All right. He's probably a good melty cheese kind of guy. Jensen Mish coming in. His last time on the mound was Friday night. Threw an absolute beauty of a baseball game in round 1 of our 10U championship series. I think if I went to the official score, I'm not even sure if we walked a guy. I think we might have had only a few full counts. Very efficient work. Trusted his team to make some plays through an awful lot of strikes. And a very, very competitive 7-5 game against Altoona First.
With their amazing catcher, Harrison Harvey, at the end of the plate.
Listen, Harrison called a really good game from what I heard. Jensen was definitely singing his praises to his catcher.
He just kept moving the strikes in. Does Jensen have all his pitches?
A lot of effort right there. Jensen Mish coming the whole way off the mound to the foul line. Just missed the catch. Ball bounced in foul territory. Runners looking to reset back to first and second as Bradley comes into an 0-2 count.
Jensen fits the mold of these Sylvan pitchers and throws a lot of strikes, looking to get ahead, and now he's looking to mix in some change-ups, maybe some high fastballs, keep these guys off balance.
Jensen, another guy that's a sneaky good catcher, solid skills and tools back there, has been called upon to play mostly first base here for Sylvan Bet this year. And then for his MACDAD team, played an awful lot of shortstop and first base and pitched for these guys. Ground ball force that, nice play by Owen Burlingame, great hustle by Parker Myers. Make that play close here at third base for the first out of the bottom of the fifth.
Not bad. No field against Seltzer.
That's a combo we're going to see a lot next year, probably. Jensen on the mound a lot more. Keeping those batters off balance, getting a lot of guys to roll over and hit the ball to third base. Murphy Lingenfelder steps in. He's got a great swing as a lefty here. Seen him hit a ton of line drives out there to right field.
Hard ground ball gets through the right field. One run coming home. Ball's cut by Jensen.
Sheetz this year has a lot of lefties.
Been joined here in the booth by Harrison Hargraves, who reminds us that Sheetz does have a lot of lefties. Makes it tough as a pitcher.
Tough
That
as
short porch out in right field.
Tough as an infield with guys on base in front of that first baseman.
Maybe here for the next inning we might have some guest announcers, see if we can get a little bit of a younger audience to tune in. So stay tuned for that.
You know, Coach Jake, looking around the ball field, we got Sylvan Bet. Every player in every position will be returning for them next year. They are our lone team without a 12-year-old player. So, strong team with an even stronger future. As we get a hard line drive, way to center field, big catch by Abe Coble on his horse over his shoulder. Nice catch in that hard line drive.
That ball was hit hard, and that was a great play by Abe. Again, youngest player out there. Just turned 8 last few months. He runs that down better than anyone, makes the play effortless. Good stuff all around there.
Solid base running at second base, not to get doubled up on what appeared to be a gapper.
And as a runner, that's where you want to be. Young guys listening, maybe tomorrow. You have one out, you're on second base. Fly ball, you want to get halfway, get off as far as you can. That way, if it's missed, you can score on that hit. If they catch it, even if you tag up, you're not going to score, right? So you're right now with 2 outs, you're sitting at second base, you're still in scoring position, you're still scoring on a hit. So you don't need to tag up there with 1 out. You want to take that chance, get off in case they miss it, so you're guaranteed to get that run in.
Ooh, hard line drive, big hop. Rodom Chiappa, runner from second going home. Good quick play to get that ball in the infield and hold Maddox to a single.
That's a tough one there. That's baseball. So we saw the batter before, ball squared up, hit hard, bad luck. You know, fielder makes a good play on it. That right there, hard hit, right at him, but hard hit. Hits a little bit of a lip there, or a little bit of a bump. bounces over, that's good luck. It all evens out eventually. You just got to stay positive and keep grinding.
Cade homered in his last at bat off the foul pole or light pole by the scoreboard with 2 outs. Looking to do the same thing here.
Key to this at bat is going to be if Jensen can mix in that changeup.
Maddox going to advance to second to take away the force out. Runners on second and third with 2 outs. 1-1 pitch to Cade.
2 outs. They may want to pitch around him a little bit here. Don't give him anything too good. It's tough to do though because you have Luke coming up next.
Hard ground ball. Big stab by Finn Gunn at first base. End the inning.
That's a tough play there. On the backhand, he eats it up though.
Really nice play. Sheetz up 7-0 going in the top of the 6th. Again, looking at the pitch count, we got Maddox Lingenfelder with 11 pitches. Coach Walsh must be keeping an eye on those pitches. All right, as we come back from that pause,
That for Sylvan, Ezra Clayton.
that spot could be filled by you and your business for a negotiable price. Again, aiybl.lig@gmail.com. Seeking any sponsors that want to support Little League Baseball and our 300 families.
Since we didn't get a sponsor for this live stream today, I'll throw out a shout out to the coach of Sylvan, Alan Coble. Alan did a very nice free clinic for the kids over the winter. Couldn't get everyone in there, obviously. It's just too many kids in this league, but I think it was maybe the first 50 or so kids signed up. Did a nice speed and agility clinic, and it was very beneficial to the league. Getting those kids out there, learning some new skills, learning how to move their feet. I really enjoyed it myself. I took some stuff from it and applied it to our team. So good stuff, and he does a great job developing these kids.
And now I would throw that out for Sports Evolution for his speed clinics all year long, or for anybody that's interested. Alan runs PA Grappling's Jiu-Jitsu. And speaking of that, we got one of his students here, as we got a few of the young guys that we might turn the mics over for an at-bat. So once we finish Maddox Lingenfelder going up against Ezra Clayton, as Sylvan looks to add some runs to the scoreboard here in the top of the 6th, top of the order up, we're going to flip it over to a few young guys and see what they can do here.
You guys want to step up? Come on up. We've got Henry McKillop. Aiden, you want in on this? Aiden Tomczyk does not want in on this.
That's what I feel.
And Harrison Hargraves here for the call here for the next couple batters. So let's stay positive, boys, and enjoy. Good luck.
All right. Max Lingfeld just walked there. Top of the order for Sylvan. Ezra Clayton.
Now batting Henry Coble.
And now Henry Coble is up to bat.
I don't know, Jake. We might be replaced by the end of this inning. These two seem like naturals.
We may be.
I have no idea what I'm doing now. How many pitches? We're gonna see how many pitches Maddox is gonna throw this inning.
Looks like Henry got a 2-0 count right now. See what he can do.
Henry.
Coach Wass has to make a really big decision. He's at 18 pitches. Now he has 19 pitches. Hopefully he remembers to keep him at 20 for tomorrow.
You think-
Henry, what's your walk-up song?
Seth Rollins, Versionary, sorry. Whatever it's.
What was Harrison's?
Harrison, what's yours? If you.
Jump.
Alright. Oh boy.
Henry.
Wass remembered to make the call. That's impressive.
I'm gonna say Coach Wilkins in there in the dugout, kept him in line.
I'm definitely thinking my money is on either Coach Jonathan Wasovich, Coach Wass's trusty brother in arms here for the last numerous years, or Coach Wilkins, combination of both in there. And then Luca.
Alright, now we have Luca Finelli up on the hill, Dom Schiappa up to bat. Henry Coble just got walked, so there is a guy on first and second.
What do you guys think about this pitcher? You both have faced him, I think, a couple times, maybe.
I mean, he's a good pitcher.
Sometimes he throws you like 2 balls and then he throws you a strike and then you get it off.
I'm just
And then you
surprised.
swing at this random pitch.
I mean, Dom can hit, so if you can score one guy. I mean, Ezra's fast, Henry's fast. They have a chance to score. Dom's good hits.
Tom gets a single, bases loaded, coming up to the
Or-
cleanup bagger. Finn Gunn.
Finn, he's good batting. He might turn this game around.
A lot of faith Coach Wass has in Luca to come in, knowing that those runners right now, they're not the priority. The goal right now, the 7-0 lead, is to grab some outs.
Well, it looks like we have a brother and brother matchup. Leo Finelli behind the plate and Luca Finelli up the pitch.
Do you think they give each other signs, or do they just know?
Or maybe they just don't like each other, so Luca just fires it at Leo and Leo just has to catch it.
That's their plan?
Probably.
They're on hard heat, little brother love.
Now batting Dom Schiappa.
Alright.
Never thought I'd be on YouTube until this day.
Well, at least you're on YouTube.
Foul ball.
I was like right on the foul line.
Just outside the base.
Alright, now Dom's at a no outs, 1-1 count.
If he gets one to the outfield, they might have Ezra try to score on this.
I know CJ's
Coach
gonna fix
Gunn
it.
is looking to be aggressive over there at third, right?
Coach Gunn probably wants him to score. If it's in the outfield, probably gonna be like you're going.
So Fairlight Parker to get the first out of the inning brings up Finn Gunnett.
Same as last time, but Henry Kible's on second, and Dom's on
Now batting Finn Gunn.
first.
Anything to the outfield, they're gonna try to have
Finn's,
Henry score.
Finn's
without
pretty
wheels.
good, so yeah,
He can hit balls.
see what happens.
There it is.
Scoring. He's scoring.
Finn rips it. Henry takes the turn, looking.
The
Bases are loaded.
For your pitcher,
And-
Jensen Mish.
Yep. All he needs is just a ground ball somewhere to get safe. Boom, they have a run.
Now batting Jensen Mish.
I think Jensen's looking to hit it down the left field line here. That's his
I mean,
spot.
there
There's
is a
ton
big-
of room, right?
There's a big gap. That's like the main looking area. I agree with you. Good job.
Jensen has been our cleanup hitter for our tenure MACDAD team, which just won our championship yesterday.
Nice scoop by Luca Finelli.
And for you young guys too, remember, right? The 7-0 lead, these 3 guys on base right now mean nothing, right? Lucas just got to relax, keep firing strikes to his brother, go 1 out at a time.
I have a feeling that Henry Coble on third looking to steal Navy.
I don't think they're gonna steal
They
me.
want to break up the shutout.
Maybe. I mean, they have one out. You could try something.
I don't think they're
Big
gonna
swing foul ball.
I don't
Yep.
think-
Getting a
2-1
run in
count.
first is always very important. Seems to have runs fall after you get that first one in.
Yeah,
Just gotta
I agree.
break it open, right?
Start it up.
Yep. Jensen with a good hit. See what they do,
To home.
and they get the out at home.
The second out.
2 outs. Bases are loaded. Avery George up to bat.
He had a good hit off Cade. Hard ground ball.
Now batting, Avery George.
Let's see if he can turn things around in the game.
Avery George, I think it was the last year in tenure this year.
Yep.
He had some pretty good hits.
He's been doing well. Avery George
Ground
got
ball.
that. Get the out at second. The out retires the side. And that's the game, folks.
And that's the game. Your final score, Sheetz 7, Sylvan 0. Great game to both teams.
All right, boys. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
Appreciate you guys coming out.
That was a good call too.
Nice play there in the hole at short. Cade Wasovich with Maddox Lingenfelder at second base. Go ahead and retire the side. Sheetz takes game 1, 7-0. We'll be back here tomorrow night at 7:30 for game 2 of our majors finals.
Looks like we've shaped up to have a good pitching matchup again tomorrow night. Kept some pitchers ready to roll. Kind of know how that's going to go, I think. I'm guessing Maddox and Henry
Thinking
probably.
Maddox and Henry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Finn's still available. Luca's still available. So I think we'll be looking at a nice pitching matchup tomorrow night as teams flip dugouts. And we will have Sylvan as the home team for game 2. Again, great opportunity playing your day. Come on out for dinner. Come on out and see some great Little League baseball as Sylvan works hard to force a game 3.
There are rumors there might be a bobblehead night tomorrow night. So be on the lookout for that. Maybe first 1,000 fans get a bobblehead.
I'm liking it. As we keep looking to keep expanding what we're doing here at AIYBL. So the more ideas you have, let us know. Look at it. We had a lot of support this year, a lot of new fundraisers. We sold some steak gift cards from Texas Roadhouse, some Powerhouse subs, hoagies, all those things going back in to be able to provide us some upgrades to what we're doing at the field. Coach Brandon Greenleaf and Kyle Nish and the whole field crew has this field looking great. That comes with the cost as we keep reinvesting back in quality dirt and all that good stuff. So trying to keep this facility as strong as possible as we look even to the future. Next year we'll host the Courtesy Kia Classic. So we got a lot of activity at the ballpark as we move forward.
Thanks everyone for joining us. I had fun. Maybe we'll see you tomorrow night.
Had a blast. Hopefully get you out here to the ballpark and then you catch us on the replay tomorrow night as we head to game 2.